Again, let's take a step back, Janet. The way I would teach my investor, take the big picture. Rental property. I love 1 to 4 unit, single family home, duplex, triplex, and fourplex. You know why? You and I love that, right? Because we're still getting that one loan on this 4 unit. We're still getting a Fannie Mae loan, which is the most attractive lending guideline out there. Am I right or wrong?
That's correct.
That's right. So rental property, as in this case of your product, fourplex, let's take a big picture. Let's take a step back and digest what does it mean to become an owner of at least one or more of a rental property. The rental property, in my definition, is history's most powerful, proven, multi-dimensional real estate asset class. It's the world's greatest wealth building investment vehicle. You get positive cash flow from day one, and then you could increase your rent to get more passive income due to an inflationary environment. Sometime point in the next 10, 15, 20 years, your passive income from each of your rental property should achieve your definition of financial freedom. And tax benefit, I'm not going to go into it. Every investor have their own unique tax situation. Consult your own licensed tax advisor. But your tax benefit will give you paper loss, depreciation. It'll reduce your income subject to taxation. Again, it depends who qualifies and what have you. Passive losses, depreciation, paper loss, cost segregation. You can accelerate your depreciation of your properties. You can become a real estate professional tax status. You can do a tax-free cash out refinance, like we talked about. You can do a 1031 tax deferred exchange that's available for some people. And over time, the beauty of investing over time, long term, is appreciation and equity growth we talked about. And finally, the power of leverage, the power of using a 30-year fixed rate mortgage to leverage your investments. You put in just a 1/4 of the risk of a property and let the whole property appreciate, even though you put in such a low amount of down payment, 25%, and fixed rate mortgage, which is like I said, like Albert Einstein said, the power of the compound interest, the power of a 30-year fixed rate mortgage is an eighth wonder of the world. And finally, the great legendary investor Warren Buffett says, be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. Whole bunch of people out there are very fearful for no rational reasons. That's good because we, as a capitalist that we are, you and I and our investors, capitalize on other people's fear, be greedy in a good way. Be greedy means pounce on the opportunities. In times of crisis, there is a whole bunch of opportunities. And right now in your market, your fourplex is a value add. Couldn't be better timing to pounce to take advantage of this low cost, great fourplex, high cash flow, 1% rule, meaning all that stuff while everybody is scared. Therefore, you get less competition right now. Guess what? You know why? Another reason to buy now? Because you lock in the current price of your property. You lock in the 30-year fixed rate mortgage based on the environment of high interest rate. Janet, guess what? By getting in without much competition right now, and right now, nationwide, we have a historical low inventory supply, and we still have a pent-up demand, even at an elevated mortgage rate. Today, we have this scenario, economics 101. What does it mean when there is still a currently pent-up demand based on historically low supply of inventory? Economics 101, you tell me, what does this mean?
Yeah, housing's needed desperately everywhere. And when people are flocking to an area, it's all about timing, right? With our investments, as far as they're going to climb, I took the big capital investors are starting to come down from Dallas, right? And they used to do value add, just the older 200-300 units, go fix them up. And now they are finding that our complexes are value add for them because brand new, they don't have all the expenses that they had. And so the brand new is lasting longer. So they're calling our brand new value add, which normally you didn't do that. But there's no expenses the first year because you have the warranty. And it takes 5 to even 10 years to start to feel any expenses. It's all about timing. I really don't know where it'll go in our area, but it can't help but go up. And these prices, they can't last. So it's a great time to lock in the price. And I'm not just saying this, I'm buying. I own here. I have a development I just finished last year in Tallahassee in Florida. I'm big on Florida. I've sold everything I have everywhere else and I put it in South Texas. That's how confident I am in what's going on all around me.
Yep. Janet, you practice what you preach. So that resonate well with the prospective out-of-state investors from our network as well, among others. Oh, by the way, guess what happened? Smart investors, they buy now, lock in to this kind of fourplexes. What happened in the future? We don't know when the mortgage rate, if and when the mortgage rate decreased to 6% or 5.5%. What's going to happen at that time?
Prices are going to go up. And land is already, that's the biggest gripe my developers have, is land is already so expensive because people see what's going on and the people that own the land. So that is holding them back from doing a lot more building because people are asking solid gold for some of the land. So they have to buy carefully.
Janet, you're absolutely right. Because when the mortgage rate changes in the next, who knows, in the next 6 months, 12 months, 18 months from now, and a lot of housing experts are predicting the mortgage rate may come down to 6%, maybe even slightly less than 6%. What's going to happen? All the other folks right now who's sitting on the sideline, who is on the fence waiting for the perfect time to buy, when the perfect time to buy at 6% mortgage rate, people it could be a housing frenzy. There will be the blind leading the blind, and then a whole bunch of investors going to flood back into the market, chasing each other, overbidding and competing against limited inventory in the future. And the houses will increase dramatically. We're going to see bidding war. We're going to see multiple offers all over again. Nothing is come closer to 2021, because 2021, we have 3% mortgage rate. We're not going to do that again, right? That's not going to happen again, but it will have some kind of resemblance. So smart investors, they buy when there are less competition right now, right? And then when you lock in this low price right now, low land costs in your market, low development costs, all the low costs are transfer into the investors when they buy right now. You lock in the price at 535K. There's no way this fourplex gonna be stay at this price. I just can't see it based on the trends and the metrics that you and I just discussed very clearly in your market. It's all about timing. Timing is all about time in the market, not timing the market. Smart investor, you and I, we agree that you have to take the contrarian approach, right? When everybody is fearful, that's when we become a capitalist. You become greedy in a good way. What else have we not covered? Let's recap again, given your market. So you're working with 7 builders, which is amazing. You could have upcoming product, multi-units coming up, brand new construction, which is amazing. So the recap is your rental market is very strong. There's a shortage of rental units available in your market. So you can see an abundance of renters that gonna rent this kind of fourplexes. No problem with that. Very little problem. Easy to rent, quickly to rent. You have a great property management, several property management. So you have a one-stop shop in your market, and you're the broker. You oversees everything. When an investor come to you, you do everything turnkey, short-term, long-term. Your property management can help them manage the properties over many years. You can be involved. You will oversee that our investors, that the property they're buying, that they're going to do well over time, do everything for them. So did I miss anything on this presentation?
I don't think so. I think you're very thorough. I get excited listening to you about my market. Makes me want to buy more.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I think that's pretty much it. I think I covered all the deals, but your fourplex are selling quite consistently. There's more there are more investor buyers that want this kind of value add fourplex that you're promoting than there are available inventory, even though your builders are ramping up in constructing more new builds down the road in a near term. But you, am I to believe that your market is heating up, that more and more investors are discovering your market, even though your South Texas market, or I think it's believe it's a little bit under the radar. The mainstream media on really have not caught up to it. But that's a good thing right now, right? We get in before it become too pop, get into the mainstream, because when they mainstream, knows about this market. When the other sideline investors, when they're ready to do it in the future, it's going to be too late for them because they'll be competing against those people or on the fence right now, sitting on the sideline waiting for the perfect opportunity, which is no such thing as a perfect opportunity. So tell me, is that how it is in your market? You see the demand is greater than your supply of your quads and all that?
Yeah, get calls all the time, and it seems like the majority of them are coming from the Big Four. So we're finding Texans are finding our area, and they are priced out in their own marketplace in the Big Four, and they're coming down, and they see the value here. As far as nationwide, it's not like we don't have California investors. I'm from California, so I've drawn them to us. But no, the big word is not out there, which is amazing. I can see that we're on the cusp of with what's going on with the freeways and all the new companies coming in. Some people miss it. They wait for all that to happen. And then you're up at 800,000 a fourplex. Right now, we're right at the bottom level of all that happening. Companies being built, infrastructure is going crazy. And I don't know if you guys know this, but South Padre Island, it's about an hour away, and it is beautiful sandy beaches. And a lot of our builders have investment homes out there that are beachfront, and it's a great hop, skip, and a jump for people to go to. So there's so much going on.
Oh, what did we forgot? I think Elon Musk, he has a SpaceX rocket launching platform very close by to your area. Is that true?
So SpaceX is in Brownsville. It's 45 minutes. And not only did they open SpaceX there, but he has given millions to Brownsville is a small town, right? So he's given millions to the city to revamp it. So it's this cute little town so he can get his employees to love living there. And because he's done that, other companies, aerospace companies, are popping up all around him. Brownsville is going crazy. It's also a port. Just so much going on from every level.
Janet, let me recap for you. Okay. I know
Okay. You go.
there's so much to recap. Here's the deal. South Texas, for investors that will continue to do their due diligence and research, I get that, you get that. But you have a very diversified economy. You have logistical, you have transportation, you have manufacturing, you have high tech is up and coming as well. And doing business with Mexico across the border, you can only enhance your employment base and everything else. And on top of that, another metric I look for when I enter an emerging market, I look at the medical industry. You guys have very robust medical hospitals and clinics and training hospitals, and college and University of Texas have a campus here in your market. University of Texas at Rio Grande, they call it Rio Grande. It's just a huge campus. University of Texas, this system is, I believe, it's the largest university system in the country. Am I right or wrong?
It is. It is.
There are a whole bunch of smaller colleges and universities and trade schools located in your metro. They'll bring more jobs, more millennials, more young workers into staying in South Texas to help South Texas grow. Then you have retirees that like South Padre Island is only 1 hour to the east, a hop, skip, and a jump. And then high upper end shopping malls and major grocery chains and all these metrics. That's how I analyze a particular emerging market. My recap is pretty much done. Do your final recap in terms of action plan, call to action for my investors. So what's the urgency? What's the critical next step investors to take advantage of your market before it go crazy?
My builders are not quite done yet to put them in contract because once they get complete, and they're putting tenants in there, they go so fast. The ones that are 2, 3, 4 months out, that's the time to grab them. I have about 3 other communities where we have some coming up. So that's the play there. For your bigger investors, I also have a couple bigger things coming up that are brand new, 18 units and things like that. So if that's something that your bigger investors would like, when I talk to them, I can evaluate what their needs are. And I will find it because my 7 builders give me access to whatever I need. I call them, they all know each other. They interact. We have those 10 and they are in multi-levels of being finished. And so now's the time to put those under contract.
Great to hear. Thank you so much. We can talk all day. We can talk all benefits, time limitation. We will do some future videos, follow up for our investors. So you can tell my excitement. You can tell my passion. because I don't take in a new market for no reason. I do my own unique research and due diligence and have done my research and due diligence in your market for the past several years. That's why we are partnering with you and your team, one-stop shop in your market, property management, the whole 9 yards, buying remotely, buying passively, buying successfully for out-of-state investors. It works well in your system, in your market. So we are my network and your organization in alignment, in the right fit for our investors mostly from California. So looking forward to working with you. And with that in mind, thank you for taking your time to thoroughly explain the unique aspects of your market. So this is the greatest time to buy right now in times of a crisis. And be a contrarian investor, my investor, any investor out there, be a contrarian. Where everybody run one way, you go the opposite way. That's how you make money time and time over again for decades in the past. And it's no different right now. So thank you. And for attending, Janet Clement, thank you so much. And everyone out there, we'll see you on the other side. This is Seewing Yi. Have a nice day. Good luck. Bye-bye.